Okay, so after that terrible period of messing around, it's time to actually go into the night stage for Chun-Nan. Quite awesomely called Dragon Road Night. Music is going to be Intro Dragon Road Night and Dragon Road Night. Once again, just the variety of these musical name choices is just astounding. No, I'm being mean. Now I have to say, Chun-Nan Night, Dragon Road Night's quite fun. Nice little bit of Insomniac item dropping there, sticking something right behind the starting point, but there we go. Now, I do like this stage. It's got a nice variety between beating enemies up and platforming. There's just one point towards the end of the level which infuriates me. I'll point it out when we get there. Yeah, lots of evil flowers and lots of frights to deal with, so lots of stuff to kill. Now, the name Chun-Nan, although to be perfectly honest, I'm probably saying that slightly incorrect because it's spelt Chun-Nan, but I'm going to go with Chun-Nan because that's how I've always pronounced it. The name itself could be after the Chinese province of Hunan, with the Chun bit coming from the pronunciation of China in Chinese, apparently, which is Zhongguo, I think. Don't quote me on this, please. And also the Japanese pronunciation of China, which I believe is Chugoku. Both of which mean middle country, which is because China's literally in the middle of Asia. So you can pretty much assume that Chun-Nan is in the middle of its respective region. Kind of. It's also possible that Chun-Nan is varied from Chang-Nan, which is one of the ancient names of Jingdezhen. Now, the Jingdezhen, which I have probably just brutally mispronounced, is a prefecture-level city which was previously a town in the northeastern Jiangxi province of China, which is known as porcelain capital because it's been producing quality pottery for 1700 years. So that could be where it's from, obviously. Yeah, so nice little bit of a kind of semi-history lesson there. And also, even though the name for the stage in the English versions is Dragon Road, the Japanese version is called Red Gate, apparently. It's got lots of red gates. Yes, this is not fantastic commentary, I know, but you get the picture. Now, there's actually a lot of breaking down rock walls and doors in Dragon Road Night, which is fun and it works. But as you will see later, the second we get to where the water is, it gets a wee bit frustrating. Because our wonderful werehog here cannot swim, any touching water essentially will kill him. And at a later point it will be incredibly frustrating. Now, might have mentioned this at some point, totally not stealing information from certain other playthroughs / walkthroughs on the internet. But the reason that, well, Sonic can't swim is because when they were first creating Sonic, that Yuji Naka thought that hedgehogs couldn't swim, even though they are in fact incredibly proficient swimmers. So there's that, and I'm assuming the reason that the werehog drops like a lead balloon down into water is because the extra fur drags him down, maybe? I don't know. That bit with where the waterfall was with the boxes is probably one of the most frustrating medals in the night stages. I refused to go for it because I didn't want to die in this run of the level. Also, these are killer bees, I believe. Well, red killer bees, I should say, and I would say that the red killer bees are the single most dangerous regular enemy that you can face. This is because they deal a lot. The damage that they deal is quite a lot. I mean, it's ridiculous how much damage they deal in one fell swoop. You'll see later on that they cause me grief. And here we have a standard killer bee, as well as a dark. Well, it's a master of something. There's a variety of these fellas. And I'm not quite sure. It's difficult to tell which one they are. Because you've got... Well, sometimes it's easy, because you've either got Dark Masters or Cure Masters, I believe, at this point. Maybe Power Masters as well. Or Fright Masters. Because they've all got a different coloration. I believe the slight greeny one here is a Power Master. Yes, it's definitely a Power Master. But also, it could be a Fright Master. I believe the only difference is in the staff on those ones. I believe we may... I think that's a Dark Master, because it's a darker shade of purple. It's very difficult to name them, because they do look very similar and don't have as much variation between them as other enemies, apart from the later Masters, which are a lot more easy to differentiate. Now, we are about to reach the point of the level that annoys me so much. I mean, I would say that it would just be the bit with the absolutely wonderful waterfall, but it's coming up. That's the other bit. These annoying fellas are dark bat snipers, which we have seen before, but they're going to be attacking you more from this point on, pretty much. Okay, so here we go. Now, basically, potentially, I could have survived perfectly well, because it's quite possible to murder all these enemies in a reasonable time, but I decided I wanted to be fancy, and also get the VHS tape that is hidden. Because basically you've got to jump across those wooden blocks, which is easier said than done, and caused me a few deaths. And then the trick is to throw the electric thing at them, and it'll basically just kill most of them if you hit it right. But I failed miserably, so I'm just going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. The more purpley coloured master there is a Cure Master, which healed enemies, so kill that as soon as possible. Because that could cause you grief if you want to murder the Big Mother successfully. Now, also, we are about to, I will put, basically, I'm so annoyed because I got to the end of the level and decided, oh yeah, there's some medals over on this, this ledge in the distance. I'll go grab them. And then leaping back over, I died. So I was not impressed, to say the least. But that's no matter. I'll point out where the medals of doom are. But unlike my attempt to get the electric thing to kill everything with, I'm just going to point out where they are in that ledge over there, if you want to risk it. Right now, no, it's not happening. And I have to say, considering I died numerous times, I am quite proud of that A rank, because that was not the best of runs in the world. Oh well, it's fine. I think we've got one of my favourite moves in the game, which we will be abusing quite a lot. But before any of that, oh, spoilers, game, seriously. Don't show anything off before, like just at the start of the cutscene. But yes, we've got a big flaming bird here. And we are going to have to defeat it. So yes, here we have the Dark Gaia Phoenix, which is obviously here to kill us. Medals are dotted all around the arena. Music is Boss Battle Night, which is used for almost all of the night boss battles, bar one. The Dark Gaia Phoenix itself can apparently be beaten in under 35 seconds using a move called the Missile Punch. He only takes 2 hits, but at the end Sonic will still say, strike 3 monster, that's enough out of you. It's a bit ironic. The Dark Gaia Phoenix is the only Dark Gaia related boss in the game, apart from Dark Gaia himself, that has Gaia in the name. And he's also the only natural guardian of the Gaia Temple. Now, you also have the fact that when his health bar is emptied, it will get bigger again. And this happens numerous times. Which obviously is a nice nod to Phoenixes coming back to life from their ashes, which is quite cool. Also, the shriek used by the Phoenix is actually reused in Sonic Generations 3DS for the Bio-Lizard. Although I'm not sure whether the Dark Gaia Phoenix's shriek is already reusing the Bio-Lizard shriek, or whether it was just the Phoenix's shriek is used for Bio-Lizard. Either or. I really do love Phoenixes. They're great mythological creatures. And I do quite like the design. of the Dark Gaia Phoenix. It's very kind of fantastical, and I failed that quick time event so badly. Now, the way we say Phoenix derives from the Middle English Phoenix, which was spelled with an F, which is around, I think, 1150, which was itself derived from the Old English Phoenix, which has an accent over the E, which is around 750 AD. The Old English Phoenix was borrowed from medieval Latin Phoenix, which was Phenix, and later from the Latin Phoenix, which is spelled with it, which is derived from something similar in Greek. Now, the main thing with the Phoenix that I will always kind of remember now is there's a popular belief in the medieval period, or at least a popular kind of reference to the Phoenix of Araby, or Phoenix of Arabia, which I'm not quite sure why I think the belief may have been that they roamed the lands of Arabia, feeding upon oils of balsam and frankincense, and that a newborn phoenix emerged fully grown from its body and straight away encased its parent in an egg of myrrh, and conveyed it to the great Egyptian temple of the sun in Heliopolis, which is somewhere in Arabia, I'd assume. But it was initially created for Greek and Roman literature, I think, and then it later occurs in medieval bestiaries. The main poem that I'm thinking of is Book of the Duchess by Geoffrey Chaucer. But I do believe that it does turn up in... I believe Shakespeare uses Phoenix of Araby or Phoenix of Arabia at some point. Don't quote me on that. But I do seem to recall it turning up. So, bring it, Phoenix. Oh, I feel so mean. I'm sorry, Phoenix. I feel so mean. Oh, it's fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. He's a phoenix. He'll arise again from the ashes. And everyone will be happy.
You all right?
Yes, thank you.
That sounded a little bit like Mike Pollock. Oh, okay. Interesting. So, the heirloom special object that the people of Chun-Nan wanted to find was the way of getting into the temple. Yay! And that's another Chaos Emerald unlocked. Well, restored, I should say. That's probably a bit more accurate. Gosh, I'm just failing at everything these days. It's not good. Now, I like how the first time we had the restoration cutscene, it was all CGI and amazing, and now I've just gone to the in-game graphics because they've just got lazy. It's fine. You can't expect them to do it for every single piece. That'd be a lot of, well, be more effort than it's probably worth. That is some impressive reach. And here's the Gaia Phoenix's true form.
It appears he's come back to his senses.
I see.
Yay!
I'll bet your job is to guard the Chaos Emerald Temple. You must have gone berserk when
Probably.
the emeralds lost their power.
Looks a wee bit ridiculous now in his proper colours, but I still quite like the whole kind of slightly peacocky style. I think I prefer the coloration of his Dark Gaia Phoenix form, but that's still fine. And note, he doesn't really go that far, he just goes and kind of alights on a rock above the temple. So I don't quite know why there was the whole so long, because he's just going to sit down. Oh, I love this cutscene. Music is cutscene. Eggman's idea.
Your dinner, Doctor.
And here we get the first speaking part for the robot, who never officially had a name, but everyone called Ergo because of what he's about to do. His actual name is SA55, which is leet speak for sass. And he's voiced by Chris Collette, who I believe is the voice director, potentially. Yes. Oh, Ergo. Ergo, well, SA55, I should say, is the reason I love the word Ergo. It's just awesome. And after this game, he was renamed Orbot, and reappeared in Sonic Colors. Such a sarcastic smartass, it's brilliant. Also, I love having the whole seeing behind what Eggman's doing. Oh, Ergo. Because this was the first time that this had happened. And it's great when it happens again in Sonic Colors, but I think they got it better. They did it better in Sonic Colors because Eggman was not so much the comic relief in that game as he appears to be here at the whim of the sarcastic Ergo.
Eggman forces have currently secured all locations. Defensive preparations are nearly complete.
That'll take care of Sonic for now, which leaves the problem of Dark
Oh, will it?
It'd be difficult
We
to
shall
find a way
defeat
to gather
you.
all across the world.
Definitely.
The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Slow and steady wins the race. Nobody likes a whiner.
Oh, don't you just love proverbs?
Some way to
Also, nice slipping in of nobody loves a whiner.
wait.
Very nice. So, Eggman has an idea.
With this,
Hopefully it's not going to cause us too much grief.
plans will be realized.